Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm Dippy.
I'm Dadley.
And I'm Tono. Now, I'm out.
And welcome to the Dapper D's, the only show that got rid of all of our dice by eating them because we don't need them anymore. I can't even... Oh, God.
Finish it. Finish your food, Dippy.
And welcome back to yet another episode in our continuing series showcasing an up-and-coming TTRPG that we have all fallen in love with more and more as we play it, ENCLAVE. This is the second session of ENCLAVE Month. Last week, we had the first session with Robby, the creator of the game, and two new players to ENCLAVE, Stealthy and Fonzie. Today, it's going to be the main Dapper D's in action in a session with yours truly, running for my three lovely players here. And in order to fill out that triplicate, we have brought in a special guest, a veteran player from the ENCLAVE community, Mal. If you want to just introduce yourself, yeah.
The fourth D for
exactly.
disappointment, Mal.
So yeah, if you wanted to introduce yourself, if you had anything you wanted to plug, you can plug it.
Not on camera.
Fair enough. Today is going to be just we went over the basics of the game again last session with Robby for character creation and stuff like that. So the only ENCLAVE business side of things that we'll take care of this episode and for the future episodes to come, unless Robby wants to hop on again, is we're going to plug the ENCLAVE pre-launch Kickstarter page. So there is a new Kickstarter for the coming out for the second edition of the game, which is ENCLAVE Aspirant Edition. It's going to more than double the content of the game without reiterating any content from the base version of the game, Advent, which will be re-released for the Kickstarter as well as Advent V2 with updated rules, updated text, and a little bit more clarification on things and fun stuff like that.
He's coming.
You can also
What?
Advent characters are cross-compatible with Aspirant characters and all kinds of fun stuff like that. The launch date has been set for October 14th. It is a hard, concrete date for the release of this Kickstarter, so go follow the page in the description of the VOD, which will be uploaded a day after this is recorded live. Yeah, you know, it'll be uploaded. You know what I mean. If you're watching this later, then go follow the link in the description for the Kickstarter page, whether it's already out or whether you're viewing it and following it for the first time.
You can find it in this direction.
Yeah, I love it. So go check that out in the description. Couple of quick things before we get going. Dapper D's is sponsored by W.GG. If we do the quickest ad, if we do a quick ad
GG
read,
gives you the energy that you need.
you can
Go check them out.
You can go to w.gg and use the code ANIpod, that's ANIPOD, for 15% off of your next purchase, no matter whether another sale is going on, and off of anything that you purchase. That includes sample packs, variety packs, shakers, merch, or just all of their flavors and hydration tubs and cans. Go check them out at w.gg to give you the energy to play some Enclave. Also, stick around at the end for the upcoming schedule. Stick around to the end for the upcoming schedule, but until then, but before that point, before we get fully going here, we'll do a little bit of a spiel. Give us a follow if you like what you see. Give us a subscription if you're feeling generous. A Prime subscription gives us the money and you the ad-free experience at no cost to you with an Amazon Prime account. Give us a subscription on the YouTube channel to keep up with the VODs of all of our shows, past, present, and future. There will be VODs for Crossroads and Dark Energy and Straw & Coffee Chapter 2 up soon. We just have to get these other boys over here to work on that. Follow the link tree in the description to see all of our other fun stuff, like the Instagram to see updates when we go live, clips edited by Brett, and memes made by Dono. The merch store has small pieces of our channel to take with you. It's all new, it's all fun, and you can check out the fan Discord server where you can chat with us and all of your fellow ANIpod fans at any time. Run so dutifully, rather, is the word I was looking for. Run so dutifully by our fellow member Stealthy, who you saw last week, and you will no doubt see more of as our shows continue.
They have a pet section. You might see Peaches.
They have a pet section.
I should upload a picture of Peaches.
Yeah, we
Yes,
have
you
a
should.
pet section. We have all kinds of fun stuff for you to do. We can do Enclave planning in the ANIpod Discord if enough people are interested in that type of thing. And there is a book club that is also run by Stealthy. They're currently working on the book. That time that I got drunk and saved a demon?
And summoned
a demon, yeah. And you can go check out that book club whenever they announce it. As always, we appreciate anything you do to support the channel and support what we do here, but do what you can, not what you feel like you have to. Your financial responsibility and security is more important to us than our entertainment of you. There are plenty of things that you can do that do not take any money out of your pocket, like following on Twitch and subscribing on YouTube to get all of the core content for free. No matter what we end up putting behind a paywall, our core content will always be free for you to enjoy, so you see our lovely faces doing whatever we're doing, playing our games, having our fun. And you can interact in the chat on Twitch and in the comments on YouTube to increase our analytics, and you can share the stream with your friends, with your family, so that more eyes are on our content, so we have more opportunities to do more things for you. So thank you for watching and supporting, and with that, let's get into a little bit of Enclave action. Today, I will be your conduit, and I will have my players introduce their lovely characters very quickly. Just what your character is, your character's name, what they are, and when we get into assembly proper, we'll get physical descriptions of them in a little bit more detail. But for now, just a quick proper introduction for our lovely viewers. So, starting with Dadley.
Hi, I play Connor H. Achilles. I'm an illusionist that likes to take photos.
Dono.
Hello, I am playing Hex. He is a black cat energy man with long black hair. His class is Wanderer, and he likes coffee.
And Mal.
Hey, I'm Mal. I'm playing Artist Egan, found out deck superhero celebrity from a cyberpunk dystopian civilization, who superpower is falling down.
Wonderful. And we will learn more all about that in just a couple of minutes. To reiterate mission prep and design, before the stream, about a week or so ago, I asked my lovely players for their characters that they were going to play, who were just introduced to you, and for a focus word. to help me design the mission today. And the focus words that I got for the session today are Morning Breath, Coffee Magic, and Ice Road Hindenburg Disaster. So taking all of that, taking all of the characters and all of those focus words into account, I have put together a mission that I think is going to be really funny because I am so excited to run this because I have no idea what any of you are going to do about this. But we're going to try, and the only way to try is to begin. So, given the characters of Connor, Hex, and Artis, and the focus words of Morning Breath, Coffee Magic, and Ice Road Hindenburg Disaster, here is your mission statement. You're being sent to the icy tundra landscapes of Kulvis, Kolvis, a region of the manifold not so far from the lands of Ashwa, characterized by its permanent, frigid, cold state and lots of snow and ice ever present in the landscape. Many shipments of warmth inducers pass through the rough mountainous terrain by both land and air, and one such shipment has crashed hard, threatening a meltdown on an important ice road that traverses over a frozen lake. The RAS Early Morning Sunshine was hauling a routine cargo load of warm coffee overland toward the city of Angudar to supply homes and outposts with warm, energizing coffee, when an unexpected failure occurred, sending the airship careening earthward. You will be porting into the middle of the frozen lake Host, H-O-A-S-T, mid-airship plummet in the early morning. Your objective is simple: prevent the ice road from a catastrophic meltdown. At least 60% of the road should still be usable for your mission to succeed. If you somehow can find a way to prevent the airship from crashing altogether, that would be ideal, but highly, highly unlikely under your set of circumstances. If the airship crashes, time and urgency are of the essence, because although air shipments are possible, 90% of the cargo and 100% of the passengers using this route travel by land. It would take a long time for the ice road to refreeze if it melts. You do not need to learn what caused the malfunction or the crash, but if you do, the Enclave may give you a bonus to your monetary stipend. You will not get extra mercs or leveling progress for figuring such out. Are there any questions or comments or concerns about the design of your statement before we hop into things proper? Yes.
Can I get just like a quick world vibe? Is this like magically powered airship or like diesel
So Kulvis and Ashwa are very contemporary magitech, very close to contemporary modern day technology, but also magic is accepted, accepted in certain varieties. This airship is very much on the technological side. It is very reminiscent of modern day blimps. Okay. Except this one went back to using hydrogen because it is lighter than air. It is more effective and there's more of it available.
Okay.
Or a hydrogen equivalent.
You said went back to? Does that mean that they already had their Hindenburg? And then they're like, hey, let's give Zeppelins a shot again, but not literally.
That was more of a framing device for contemporary world, but they never swapped from hydrogen to helium.
Oh, okay.
Disasters of this kind are vanishingly rare in Kulvis.
Okay.
So they don't fuck up as much as the rest of the
Yeah, this is kind of a big disaster waiting to happen. Any other questions?
How many are aboard the blimp?
There is a minimal crew of 5 on board the airship. As far as the Enclave knows, these airships are equipped with crew and passenger survivability measures. So it is of minimal urgency that you save the crew. The crew by the Enclave's notes, should be able to save themselves.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Your
Is
job is
thing-
just to prevent a meltdown.
Is the
Okay.
name of the ship Titanic?
No, it is the RAS Early Morning Sunshine.
RAS.
Early Morning Sunshine.
And there are no so just keep the thing from falling and causing the meltdown.
Keeping the airship from falling altogether is highly unlikely, but ideal.
Okay.
Okay.
So as long as it doesn't land on the actual on the actual trail that we need to protect.
You are in the middle of a large frozen lake. It would be a nigh upon monumental task to try to redirect the airship from falling on the lake altogether.
Okay. So to reiterate, so I know that I have this. There is an airship.
Yes,
There is something wrong with it.
yes,
It
it
is
is
falling.
crashing.
There is a lake underneath. We have to
Yes.
keep it from destroying the lake,
From destroying
So-
the ice road.
from destroying the ice road,
hmm
which is over this lake, so that people can still be able to cross the ice road.
Yes.
So we have to figure out or we have to either fix the problem, keep it from destroying or B, keep it from destroying the road,
Yes.
or C, just keep it under 60%.
Keep it above
Okay.
60%.
Keep it above 60% of intactness.
Yes.
So we are to investigate,
hmm
look for a solution, or prevent the worst outcome.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Again, just if you prevent the main objective is to prevent the ice road from a meltdown. If you can prevent the airship from crashing in such a way that it would start a meltdown, again, it would be nearly impossible to do. But that would be ideal. It is like it's like you are primarily acting as the hazard cleanup rather than preventing the hazard in the first place. You're just trying to find a way to prevent this shipment of coffee and also explosive material from causing this ice road to melt. Yeah.
Okay.
Any
Yeah.
other
I am
This is-
good.
I am ready.
good? Ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, then we will
And
proceed.
just to iterate,
Mhm.
the Hindenburg or the blimp is
Mhm.
full of coffee.
Yes, there is a rather large shipment of coffee, being shipped to a
And the best
city.
way to have shipped this coffee was through a big ass balloon.
Yes,
Filled with hydrogen.
it would have been. It is faster than road transport, and you can carry a lot more of it with air transport rather than road transport.
Understood.
For
Okay.
the early morning shipment of coffee refill for a city the size of Angador, the airship is ideal.
All right. I'm
All
ready.
right, are we ready? All right, then we will proceed promptly to something that Robby forewent last episode, which was assembly. All of our characters are going to meet inside of Enclave HQ, interact a little bit, and have a chance to ask questions in character, even though all of the information they have already received is known in character, even though it was spoken
Yes.
out of character. And then they will port into the mission and begin whenever they are ready. So, on that note, we transport ourselves into the sprawling halls and archways of Enclave HQ. A large, vast, monumental structure with shades of black and white and gray festooning its various halls and precipices, with the only shades of color being the agents that are preparing themselves for missions and traversing its halls with candor. And we focus ourselves in on three such splashes of color as they enter into a briefing room, a fully furnished, cozy little briefing room with a long conference table, several chairs set around it, and a long amenities table filled with all the creature comforts that a agent would want before a mission begins, as well as with any other amenities that would be required of such an agent capabilities. But in order to get into the briefing room, they must enter through the door, and to do that, I need your vigor stats. I think Hex, your base. Connor, what is your vigor?
Vigor is also base.
You're also base. So, Artis, with your 3 vigor,
Oh, jeez.
you would be the first one to arrive at the briefing room. Artis.
Artist
you
kicks
could
down
give-
the door and searches to the briefing table.
As is fairly standard for artists. A physical description of artists and their initial actions upon entering into the briefing room.
Artist is 4'10", ass enormous, thighs thunderous, a bundle of muscle and aggression with lean, toned, pear-shaped figure upon a set of powerful legs. She has shoulder length, wavy, red ombre hair, a round face, fierce, large amber eyes, and an expression that usually looks like it's saying, "I'm gonna kill your ass if you breathe in my direction." She generally wears an oversized shirt, sliding off one shoulder, with some kind of boob joke on it. This time it's melons with an exclamation point, spread across a blue gradient. She has several light scars adorning her light brownish skin, mostly on her legs, but she has 2 prominent scars, one across the bridge of her nose and another somewhat arrow-shaped on her left eyebrow. Beneath her shirt, she wears her outfit. She's an ex-superhero celebrity. So she wears a red and orange leotard with white racing stripes and pairs it with shorts on top of that. And she's wearing sandals that seem anachronistic to the cyberpunk dystopian look that she generally has. She slides, after kicking down the door, she slides on it and does a front flip to land backwards in a spinning chair and just starts spinning around and around.
All right, just waiting for the others to arrive.
Mhm.
At which point, both of them promptly do around the same time as each other. Connor, physical description and interactions with your first of your fellow agents in the room.
So I've described Connor multiple times now as if a scarecrow became a hot boy. Just I'd golden eye and then an eye patch with like white, shaggy, longish hair, a patchwork witch's hat on his head, like browns and oranges, and very like Halloween vibed, as well as a old Polaroid camera on a lanyard that he keeps around his neck at all times. Like again, a patchwork trench coat. It is like browns and grays, but weird pops of blues and reds and oranges from just sewing up holes anytime that he's needed it. He's like, I don't know, 5'10", but the hat is a half a foot tall.
So with the hat, he's 5'10".
No, I did no
Oh,
after
with the hat. Oh, with
Like
the hat,
that,
he's
he's
6'6".
Yeah, and then the hat is just kind of ridiculously tall.
Yeah.
It's on the verge of
Ridiculously
being
tall.
ridiculous.
Is it at least 6 inches?
Yes.
All right, it's average.
Hex or no?
Any interactions with the artist as you enter into the room?
You got Gillis?
Artist
mean-
immediately says, "Sup, slut."
Never been called that before. Did you break the door?
Yeah,
Okay. Why?
you gotta warm up before a mission.
Okay, no,
Also,
actually,
quick doors.
I don't do that. Doors aren't sluts.
Revolving doors are kind of like sluts, a little bit.
I can, you know what? I can't even argue that. Sup, revolving door. I'm Connor.
But I like you already. I had heard of you from Syriac, but didn't tell me that much.
I cannot imagine you two in the same room together.
Really? We're pretty good drinking buddies.
Okay, that I would pay to watch that.
Who's our sluts? Everyone gets a turn. Thanks, Detour.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Syriac and Artis have actually been together on, I think, 5 missions.
Okay.
So they are well acquainted with each other. And entering in shortly behind Connor is Hex. Hex, physical description and interactions with your 2 fellow agents.
You're
you
muted.
are muted, I think. Yeah.
I am muted.
There we go.
Hex comes walking in. For most agents, they are quite colorful. Hex is not. He is black hair, gray, poncho with a his mug has gotten a little bit more of it since he's done one ish mission. He put like a little congratulations sticker on it, and the only thing that might be slightly colorful is the fact that his eyes are green, and in his hands is a pink frosted sprinkled donut that he begins to eat as he's taking it off of the table. You almost don't see him as he walks in the room, being that he matches the colorless environment around him
Absolutely.
so much. And as he walks in himself, he thinks very quickly of wanting to leave, merely because as he's seeing artists, just the energy that they're giving, just like, I don't think I can deal with this today. And then he looks at Connor and he's like, oh,
Very fair.
I might be able to deal with this today. Connor,
Fuck.
we haven't started yet. Please don't die.
Hey, I'm so
Howdy.
sorry. I got
Who's
really
the attendant looking fucker?
This is Hax. Hax is my best friend.
Oh yeah, he's like 6'2",
hey.
6'3". Like he's tall, lanky, very skinny, like skinny black cat energy. Very, like just noodled.
Just because we just pointed out heights, you probably get poked in the eye with the tip of the fucking hat, like all the time.
If an eye roll could be a person, it would be Hex.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting, because if a bitch face could be a person, it would be Artis.
All right, so
If the laughing
gotta
crying
take it out
emoji could
of-
be a person, even though it kind of already is, that's Connor.
wait, why can I not hear?
That's perfect.
There you go. So, you all enter into the room, have your interactions with each other. Donuts are eaten, coffee is drunk. And then you feel your attention drawn to the head of the conference table, where there now stands a gray jacketed, gray hatted, faceless enclave attendant, fingers and hands tented up and ready to relay. He relays details of the mission for the characters in proper, and then opens up for any other questions that the agents might have.
What the fuck is snow?
That's actually a good question.
I
I
don't.
encountered it once.
Okay.
It's
I also-
just ice.
I've also only encountered it once, but it was summoned by magic. I didn't know this was a thing that happened.
I was running up a hill while nursing a gunshot wound and scaring someone.
Oh, I don't know. Some chick that liked explosions summoned a storm cloud on a racing track. It was,
Oh,
yeah.
The attendant looks at the two people who have asked what snow is, and is reticent, to say the least. They look and are like,
Come on, what's your fucking face? Do your job. Explain
Cool.
snow.
frozen water crystals falling out of precipitous clouds at high elevations.
Okay.
They are very cold. They form
Oh,
flakes.
okay.
They form
Melt on your
flakes.
skin.
Scientists like to study the snowflakes for entropic randomness. They haven't found any conclusive evidence yet.
There's natural art.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Hex. All right. Genuine question. What's the deal with the captain? Is he like, we're gonna show up? Is he aware that the ship's going down, or are we breaking the news to him?
Yeah, does he suck? Because they're crashing. Just want to know if he sucks.
I say him. It could be a her. It could
As
be a them.
far-
I don't know.
It's probably him.
As far as the Enclave is aware, as far as the Enclave is aware, this accident is simply that, an accident. There will not be anybody waiting for you upon arrival. They will be making their egress out of the ship. We've been through our research, we have been informed that they should be able to save themselves rather simply, rather easily.
Mhm.
But it is not your job to find out what went wrong. It is to prevent even further from going wrong.
No, I know that, but I figured somebody that knows how to steer the ship and knows the ship better than us might be useful. I didn't know if the captain's like already given the boot or he's going down
You're
with it.
going to be on the ground. You're not going to be
Oh,
in
we're
the
not
airship.
on the ship.
No, you are not on the airship. You're going to be on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I missed
okay.
that.
I feel
My
like
bad.
that was something that I didn't explain. Yeah, no, you
Okay,
will be
my
on
bad.
the ground looking up at the airship plummeting, because the
Okay.
Enclave is not going to put you on a plummeting airship.
Oh, that sounded so much fun. Okay.
I mean, they definitely would.
Oh,
I mean, they would,
Connor.
but not this group of agents.
Connor,
Well,
just to
one
make it
of this
clear.
group of agents would be able to be put on the airship and maybe survive. This group of agents, the Enclave, is putting you on the ground close to where the airship is going to impact, not on the airship.
Well, good news, guys. I'm an expert at falling all the time.
Great. We're already on the ground.
I didn't say that I couldn't, but you'll see.
Okay.
why are you so colorful?
Me or
You
him?
can't just
Yeah,
ask a
I
person
know
that.
why you are.
You missed what they said, didn't you? Let's say that again.
You can't just ask a person that.
What's wrong?
A
What's that
little
question?
racist, to be honest.
It's not a. Why'd you take it like that? That would make you racist.
Why would I not take it like that?
I'm asking you why you're colorful.
What?
What do you-
There it goes again.
I think he's more asking about the outfit and not the face. He's not facist. He's just.
By the
All right,
way,
Con, your friend's kind of pissing me off.
Everyone
blunt.
has different flavors, and not every flavor is for everybody. Please don't taste my friend. I realized as I was saying that the person I'm saying it to called me a slut before even knowing me. I don't think he wants to be tasted. Everyone has different smells.
just as a quick note, my Enclave attendants all look like the Question from DC Comics, if you can imagine that. But
Yes,
gray.
The question needs his own HBO show, and I will leave my rant there.
Okay, yeah. But yeah,
If he honestly does, yes.
and he just looks at this bickering with mild amusement, reiterating the want for any other questions that you may have.
Is there okay, what is the closest like town or like density of people near us? Are we like middle of nowhere, like middle of this road, or are we kind of close to something?
The ice road you will be transporting to is relatively isolated from civilization. The next town on the road in one direction would be Angudor, which is where it was headed, and the town that it was coming from would have been Balstadt, which is where it was coming from. Both
Okay.
are far, far away and would require an expedience of magic that an expedience of magic and teleportation that we cannot provide.
Giant trampoline.
I've honestly seen people use trampolines on missions. It's not out of the realm of like possibility. Also,
Okay,
I
alright.
could.
Oh.
It would
could.
probably fuck me up really bad, but I could possibly blow the thing.
You have me questioning what you mean by that.
She smiles at you.
Are there any others before you begin?
Yeah. Do we have an estimated time till impact?
About 20 seconds.
Shit.
I'm sorry, wait, what?
I have a question. Why us?
Enclave agents are selected for missions for a reason. I'm sure you'll figure that out.
I can't fathom that.
I've been on 35
So wait,
missions.
we're
Trust me.
going out there. We have 20 seconds. Is the second is time stop right now? Are we currently counting down the thing? Do we need to get there now, or will it start
time's
being 20
different here.
seconds by the time that we get there? I'm
Time's different here.
confused. Time's different.
Yeah,
Why?
time's different.
Nobody's explained this bit. I just kind of wandered in here, and then
Yeah.
I got this job.
Yeah, they don't explain shit. You kinda have to figure it out.
Imagine time is frozen for everyone but us right now. We're just gonna poof, and we're there with 20 seconds before impact.
So can we take time right now? Like, can you show us the whole situation? Maybe we can plan from here.
Gladly. And he
they can
waves a hand over the table, and where there were things sitting on the table previously, it kind of clears out a small area
Not
in the
my
middle.
donuts.
And it clears out a small
also-
area in the middle, and it projects up a digital imagery, a digital holographic imagery of the environment and what is. So you see a large dirigible airship, rather about the size of what above table, what would be the Hindenburg or the Shenandoah airships of their time, the Graf Zeppelin airships of their time. And it is currently nosing down very heavily with a portion of the front of it currently on fire. And there is a large flat plain of ice with minor shorelines dotted with trees and a road cutting through, stopping on one shoreline, an ice road in the middle of the lake, and starting on another shoreline, continuing onwards. And the airship is currently hanging right above the middle of the ice road itself.
Okay. So we need to keep the road together.
Yes.
If it crashes into the lake, it's okay, as long as most of the lake is okay.
Yes.
Precisely.
But if it crashes into the lake, it could crash the rest, like break the rest of the lake. Right?
Possibly.
Probably.
Which could mess with the integrity of the road itself.
Can we triangulate where it's going to land in the lake?
That is for you to figure out.
Can we do that? Can I do that from looking at this model?
What
Whatever
is
it is.
your intelligence?
I fucking
Base?
don't know.
Probably base.
Probably base.
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 Just looking at it now, it is at a smaller scale. It would be hard to determine without actually being there.
Well, I have an idea.
Okay.
That's good. No bad ideas.
There are so many bad
So-
ideas.
Then put it into
They can work.
practice. And the attendant steps
Fucking
away from the head of
give
the
us a
table.
sec.
The attendant steps away from the head of the table and steps off to the side, revealing a set of double doors that open behind him, leading to another
Oh my
room.
god! I thought they were going to transport us this time.
All right, this is the point in time where you start chugging as much alcohol as possible because it's not going to follow you where you go.
I don't
Is that
drink.
true?
Yep. Also, when you get teleported back, you don't keep what you, except for the stuff that you came in with too. So, yeah, no souvenirs.
And then Connor holds up his Polaroid camera. He's like, I get some.
What the fuck? So you flip to the attendant.
I grab
What the fuck?
another donut before I leave. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Cheesecake that was in my stomach and that is gone, you motherfuckers. Fine. She walks over to the teleporter.
Okay.
It's coming tonight.
I didn't even explain my idea.
Oh, right.
He's already gone.
As
No,
you all
she's
step
in
into
teleport.
the secondary room, you can see three medium-sized gleaming telepads sitting on the floor beneath you, and you can also tell that this room is secondarily used as storage in an infinite place. An infinite building requires infinite storage, and even that runs out sometimes. There's spare mechanical parts and like fixings and sundries and crates and boxes and little tools just kind of hanging out in this room. But the primary feature of this room is the telepads that you set yourselves upon. Any final actions before teleporting in?
So we can grab tools before we leave, right?
You can certainly
Yeah.
try.
Okay. Is there anything that we could use? Okay, so this is my idea. If we can't prevent it from falling into the lake, let's control what's broken. So you know how, like in a one of the smartest things that you can do in a field fire, if you're in the middle of it, is to set a ring of fire around, like in a spot where you are.
Mm-hmm.
What if we figure out where the thing is falling and crack the ice so it only it just sinks into the water instead of destroying the rest of the ice and creating the wave?
There's the hot things in it. I don't know. I don't know how much it will raise the temperature and possibly melt everything else. It's carrying.
If it's gonna hit the water anyway.
Yes.
My fear with that is that shit looks like it's gonna blow. Like, if this thing's engine or whatever the fuck's powering it isn't working and it hits the ground and it's super hot and that is super cold, then generally
You could end up with a thermonuclear bomb.
Yeah.
Can you?
Not
Is that how
quite
it
how
works?
thermonuclear bombs work.
I don't know,
but
or like
you-
a thermal
thermal
bomb.
explosion.
yeah,
there'd be
a
thermal barrage.
thermatic bomb.
We could also change the temperature of the area depending upon the net amount of steam and other things. We could get rain. How thick is the ice?
The ice is thick enough for vehicles to traverse over on the ice road. You're not sure
Okay.
how thick it is in other places.
How many C's would you describe the thickness with?
3 C's. No.
Oh,
Damn.
shit.
Okay, so like 1 C less than artist.
Any
Connor's
final
getting in
actions
the
before you're
teleporter.
teleporting?
Connor is there. He is ready.
Do we have a
Artist
grenade
gonna take a
launcher?
spinny chair over there.
Do you have
We have
what?
a-
Sorry, you
we
were
have a
describing
Do we have a grenade launcher?
a grenade launcher. No, the Enclave does not keep a grenade launcher in the teleportation room as much
This
as
is
you would
fucking
like.
useless.
Connor
Tor
wants
will
for a
probably
winter
disagree
coat
with you.
really quick because he's terrified it's going to be too cold for him.
I'm wearing a poncho, so I'm like dressed for cold. Like I am wandering, I'm dressed automatically.
And then gets
for
in the
anywhere I-
teleporter.
Artist is
yeah,
still
you-
wearing her like leotard where you can still see her hips and short shorts that are essentially booty shorts and a t-shirt over it.
AKA
And
not
sandals.
prepared for cold at all. And yet
Seemingly no.
somehow- And yet somehow, you all find yourselves on the teleporters. A familiar sensation washes over all three of you. Some are much more familiar than others, but all of you have felt this sensation at least once. A tingling of pins and needles begins in your feet and travels up your legs to your waist, where you feel your stomach flip and your lungs stop breathing. As soon as it hits your neck, your throat closes. As soon as it hits your mouth, as soon as it hits your nose, you take a deep breath in. When it hits your eyes, it explodes into a vision of light and color. And all of a sudden, not a moment later, you are now standing on an ice road. You look around and you see a large flat sheet of ice covered in snow. There is currently minimal, like a very light flurry kind of dropping down on top of you, and just, again, super light flurry, like just a couple of little minimal snowflakes. But when you look up to see how cloudy it is and how much of that snow is coming down, you see a gigantic dirigible airship, part of it currently on fire and plummeting towards the ground. in a massive plume of fire and smoke. I would like immediate actions from whoever has an immediate action prepared.
Artist immediately is going to using the Talaria to kick off without having to slide. Is going to kick off, do a somersault in midair, and then you see her. I'm gonna use Derive to launch myself, and then I'm going to use my perk, Free to Fall, to change the direction of gravity for her and only her, to directly towards the Zeppelin.
So up is now down for you, using your
Up,
Derive.
up is now, well, yeah, down is now directly the opposite of the Zeppelin now. She's using it to launch herself in that
Towards the
direction.
Zeppelin. It is easily enough done. As you kick
And
off,
she's
you
going
launch yourself
to-
into the air, and flipping into the air, you find yourself falling in the direction of the airship.
Is she able to do
And-
that to other things, or is it just her?
It's just
That is an individual ability that she and
although
she
she
alone
is
has.
going to
You
she's
can't
also
do it to
going to
items.
Huh?
no, I can't do items. It can only happen to her.
Okay.
It is a perk. Perks are after each time you level, and we're probably going to be seeing another perk soon enough.
Mhm.
Each time you level, you can add a perk to one of your abilities that adds to it in some way, within a certain number of words. It's Artist is a 10th level free runner. Can be played with any level characters, and it will always work out.
Connor's only immediate action is seeing them leap is just going to viewpoint them. Like, be able to see what's going on through their eyes so I can kind of figure out what the fuck is happening.
Brilliant call. Well done. All right.
Waypoints, I can just go.
Terrible.
Waypoints, I can just like I choose a spot on the ground, create a waypoint that can be consistently found, right?
Mhm.
Or like I can't like just go to it.
You cannot instantly transmit to it, but you innately know where it is, no matter whenever you place
Okay.
it.
I am a level 1 character. I am going to do the thing that I think I'm just going to do the thing that I said I was going to do, and I realized that I have a cup of never-ending coffee.
Yeah.
I'm going to set it to the highest heat that I can and just start making a giant circle in the ice.
Nope, this is good.
To melt around. So like I'm just gonna create like basically a wall
Yeah.
to where the ice road ends and where the lake begins, and so like when it crashes, it will, instead of destroying the road, like in my theory, it will make the ice go up
Mhm.
and come
Yeah.
down.
You're gonna create a separation between the sheets of ice.
It's
Absolutely.
very smart.
Yeah.
As Artist
first
sees
of
that,
all-
she's gonna look back and sorry,
First
keep
of all,
going.
Connor, I want your paired action for viewpoint.
This is the thing about Enclave that I always forget, and it throws me on my toes. Paired action for view. I said that he has an eye patch. Do you see him take the eye patch off and like hang it on his camera so it's almost covering the camera lens, but that's just on accident. And underneath his eye patch is a fully blackballed eye that will slowly turn into one. I'm gonna fuck up your name so many times. Artis?
Yeah, no, that's correct.
Artis. Okay. It slowly transforms into one of the look of one of Artis's eyes as he's just wiping it, taking off the eye patch, and looking up with you.
That's fantastic.
So your eye turns into an amber colored. The pupil is somewhat like an up arrow shape.
Ooh,
Wonderful.
very like Fire Force for that anime reference.
Actually, don't know that one.
I'll send a picture to you.
All right. And before we go too much farther, we are going to take our first ad break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
In the middle of the action. Dippy. Started.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So, we are currently at the
Can't
very
believe
beginning.
you
I'm
said that, Dippy.
Dono.
It was so messed up.
We're currently at the very beginning of a very high intensity, high octane mission. There's an airship crashing. Artis has leapt up into the air and started falling towards the airship. Connor is now looking through their eyes to see what they see, and Hex is creating a circle in the ice out of coffee, which I will absolutely allow you to do. But what I want out of you,
I'm
Hex,
adjusting the heat on my coffee to like the highest that it can be.
so wait, is it a coffee pot or a coffee cup?
It's an endless cup of coffee.
It's a cup.
and I can
Yeah.
adjust the heat and do like it's the only magical thing that Hex has. Everything else is just normal.
Right.
It's the only magical thing that he accepts to use is the magical
he
cup of coffee.
accepts.
He does not like any type of magic.
Would
The
you
only
say
good magic
that
is coffee
emotional,
magic.
Would you say that emotional tie to this being the only acceptable version of magic in your eyes would help you create an infinite stream of it? Because that is going to be
100%. I almost jet like I can control as much as I want. Like I could splash it on people. I could probably jet it, like make it like a freaking like what is it? A power washing kind of
Just
coffee
put your hand
thing?
over it like a hose.
Just, yeah, just like
Burn the
You
fuck
are-
out of your hand.
I was about to say if this is hot
This is
coffee, it might burn you. If you were
I have
to,
a handle for a reason.
Yeah, but you have a handle. You're just like pouring out an infinite stream.
I'm
of it.
just
Yeah,
like
okay. All right.
fucking-
Your reflex is 2. Yes.
Like if I level up this character, that coffee cup is the only magical thing that's going to do. Eventually, it will be able to make him fly. Because the only good magic is coffee magic, and you can quote Hex on that.
You gotta start dumping in Arcane. That'd be great.
Yeah, dumping into Arcane only to make the coffee better.
Just,
Yeah, because
the
this
stricter
definitely is an arcane manifestation, whether Hex agrees with that or not. And you tapping into base arcane is requiring this high, like this
Arcane's
high
the thing.
commitment. Was it?
Yes.
Oh,
because
I
you can
literally
also-
said arcane, and you were like, he hates magic.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I was like,
But-
well, yeah, he did the one thing of arcane because he did the coffee thing.
For
And he does
reference,
hate
It's
magic.
unclear if Arcane doesn't
lo-
have any
yeah.
magic.
For reference, Dono lost his original character sheet for Hex and remade it super fast. I will allow 1 mulligan if you want to place one of your pluses from something into, take it from something
Well,
and put it into arcane.
Wouldn't I have leveled up at some point and been able to?
No,
adjust
this
something?
would be the
No?
mission. This second mission is the mission where you would level up.
Got it. So I'll take away the extra that I put in reflex and put into arcane.
Okay, so you will have 1 arcane, which will actually make this a little easier. It is a simple effect. It is a simple type of thing. Coffee Mancer, love that. This is a pretty simple effect, although it would require a little bit of concentration to do. And you're just you're just gonna be nice and fast in creating this line, which that 1 reflex will also help you with. So you're just gonna like look up at where the airship is, and you're just gonna try to trace like a circle, begin tracing a circle around where it's gonna land. We'll see how far you get. 5
Hey, something's
seconds.
better than nothing.
5 seconds pass. Artist continues to fall towards the airship. Connor, are you doing anything other than looking through Artist's eyes, or are you just kind of staying put, making yourself safe?
I am
Also, how strong is your stomach?
my stomach. I'm fine. I have 1 resilience.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be jarring to see her looking at you, seeing your eye change to hers, and then seeing you turn into a dot as she rockets at like 140.
Mhm.
I am right now like using like seeing that like I now have a better view of the blimp and whatnot. I am looking out to see like are there any like parachutes or anything? Are people fucking like I know they're supposed to be able to get down safe and they've assured us of that. Doesn't change the fact that we might fuck up their safety by changing shit.
Yeah, that's a
So-
good point.
Something that you and Artist will both see because of your viewpoint and because of Artist flying towards it. As you begin to fly up towards it, in the 5 seconds that pass, where you begin to fall towards it, and you are kind of on like a collision course to meet it,
Yes.
in the next couple of seconds, Artist. But something that you do see is you see there's a cabin hanging on the underside of the airship that disconnects from the airship as you are falling towards it. This cabin disconnects from the bottom of the airship and like starts to fall in kind of the similar direction as the airship was falling, and a few moments later, thunk, a pair of glider wings pop out from the underside of the cabin, and it starts to glide down towards the ice sheet in relative safety. So now you are now falling towards what is basically a giant metal bag of gas and coffee.
Yes. The so the I didn't want to interrupt anyone while we were talking earlier, but she would have used Tagurit on the wind
Of course.
to activate her perk playing grab ass with Renal's mom.
Long
there's a
story.
there. With it, she can tag you at the wind, which forces something to follow you after you tag it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that as she moves with the speed and distance that she moves, turbulence follows behind her equal to like that increases equally to the amount of speed and distance she's covering. How far away is the blimp from me at the start?
In the 5 seconds that have passed, the blimp is now about, it plummeted. It's been plummeting for a bit. It was about 200 feet above the water, above the ice sheet. Now it's about 150 feet above the ice sheet. And you are about 50 feet away from it.
Okay, so there's probably a tornado behind me right now. At this point, from the amount of turbulence scaling there.
Definitely.
Okay, so what you guys saw, what you saw specifically, Connor, was her looking at you as she vanished, as she started to fly off. A huge gust of wind following behind her that just seemed to increase. She looked at you, then looked at Hex, saw Hex pouring the stuff, and you see her smile, and you can't hear anything from her, but you see her kind of nod somewhat before doing a flip into following there, into reorienting herself. You see her check out the ship, clearly like she's gauging distances. The entire time, her vision is tunneled, clearly this is something intense for her, but she's doing it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then about, I'm gonna say 20 or so feet away, I'm going to use my I think my last perk. So now you'll have seen her entire bag of tricks, perk wise. She's going to end tag your it to use the perk blast it up your ass, which lets her throw all the turbulence she's gathered to a spot. And in this case, it's going to be underneath and underneath the blimp to keep it like an arc underneath the blimp to keep it moving up somewhat, but starting to veer in the direction of where Hex is creating the circle.
Okay. You have a large turbulent gust kind of following you as you're falling towards the ship, and ending Tagurit sends this wind blowing past you up towards the airship. And you are kind of redirecting
it will hit me
the
too,
airship.
Unfortunately.
Huh?
It will hit me too, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Redirecting the airship away from plummeting towards the ice road to plummeting off to the side where Hex is drawing this coffee circle.
Yes.
One thing about fire is that it is fed by oxygen.
Yes, it is.
As you send this gust of air towards the airship, it arcs kind of around, kind of in like a spiral, to try to wrap itself around the airship to try to redirect it. A large portion of that air impacts the nose of the airship, which is currently on fire. And the wind carries the fire up the body of the airship, spreading it faster than a brush fire in the dry season. The skin of the airship melts away from it like paper in water and starts dripping to the ground below it. Like, some of it above the ice road, some of it not. You do successfully redirect the frame of the airship, kicking it nose up, ass down, and making it fall backwards away from the road. Sort of in the direction of the circle that is being drawn by Hex. Then you hear a large metallic scraping noise as on the inside of the airship's frame there are like gas bags, as we all know, airship anatomy. You have the bags of gas that make it float, and you have the hull that surrounds it and every other component of the airship. And you have the cargo area, which can be filled with crates, boxes, or it can be sealed in such a way that it holds a liquid. And this metallic scraping noise is the internal bulkhead cargo area scraping against the frame of the airship that is now caught severely on fire, thanks to your wind.
Perfect.
As it starts to fall backwards, this metallic scrape eventually turns into a metallic tear as the backside of the cargo hold punches through the now weakened frame and falls away from the airship frame towards the ground, also on fire. Turning what was a minor airship fracturing and slow burning flame into an incendiary bomb.
It's kind of the opposite of my intention, but
So now plummeting to the earth is a giant metallic casing full of coffee that is on fire. As well as the burning remnants of the airship's frame and skin. The crew cabin has already fallen away from it at this point. 5 more seconds have passed. In the next 5 seconds, that metallic bulkhead, actually no, because you redirected the airship, you have allotted yourself 5 more seconds. So 25 seconds from impact. In about 10 seconds, that metallic shell full of coffee is going to hit the ground in the relative area around where Hex is drawing this circle. And about 5 seconds after that, the burning wreckage of the frame and the skin will impact somewhere in the near vicinity. Granted, away from the ice road, but significantly more on fire than it was.
okay.
I'd like to hear some immediate actions from some players as you look up and see this happen. I will readjust slightly the time that you grant yourself. It was about 20 seconds from impact. Because of your actions, it is now 20 seconds from impact again, just having been redirected by your airburst. So you have about 15 seconds before the metallic shell full of coffee hits the ground, and about 20 before the flaming wreckage of the airship hits the ground. You have refreshed the timer on when the burning wreckage will hit the ground, with the added effect of the melting airship skin now falling in pieces and chunks around everybody on the ground. There aren't any vehicles currently traversing the ice road. there were a couple that were about to and then stopped and backed up to the shoreline, watching this travesty unfold before their eyes. But you are all kind of in the middle of the ice road, not directly underneath it, but underneath it enough that you can see what's going on. And it is a stunning sight, seeing this giant gust of air set the whole ship ablaze and disconnect the cargo from the ship that was carrying it. As the frame is now tumbling ass over tea kettle towards the earth.
And Artis along with it.
And Artis along with... Speaking of which, Artis, you are still flying kind of in that relative direction, having not ended Derive or Free to Fall quite yet. But you have... But Free to Fall has a low duration, which is coming to an end relatively soon. I would love to hear what Artis does next.
Okay. What Artis does next is look at where she's about to fall. It like directly into this bomb. How many air sacs does this thing have?
There are about 6 gigantic air sacs that are also currently on fire, if not about to explode.
Okay. Shit. Okay.
Do you need a minute?
Got 20 seconds.
She's going to say.
You have 20 seconds. No.
She's going to say, Connor, watch this. And I'm going to activate hang time as she screams, as she just screams out as she's looking directly at where she's going to hit. And I'm going to use the perk on there, dropkick.
Oh God. So you now so the fall is now being directed at the cargo box.
Oh, wait a minute a second. That's changed actually. Dropkick's changed because Robby had me put it on something else instead. That Dropkick is now attached to Derive. So she does a forward somersault. Does the same thing where she says, "All right, Connor, look at this," and is going to activate Dropkick, and I'm going to make a. It takes away Derive's ability to make a terrain feature to bounce off of.
You have a pretty prominent one to bounce off of without Derive needing to create one for you.
Yeah, it's also going to fuck me up really bad. So Dropkick lets me if I end Derive with a kick, the distance that I traveled with Derive is transferred as knockback into the whatever it is I kick. Either myself or, and I choose it's either myself or what I kick. I would like to do a somersault kick to kick the frame in the direction of where Hex was making the thing.
You want to kick the frame?
I actually doing a somersault in midair with an axe kick to hit it with her heel to kick it in that direction.
Yeah, you want to hit the airship frame, or you want to hit the cargo the cargo tub or the cargo thing with the coffin.
She wants to hit the frame because
hit the frame of the airship. Okay, yeah, perfectly.
Wants to hit the frame of the airship because
she's again.
Hoping.
Thank you.
I have 0 luck, by the way. She's hoping. I have 0 luck. I have 0 luck.
You're going to try to kick the frame off in the general direction of Hex and their circle.
Yes, dropkick makes the thing that I can't
Yeah.
move
Yeah.
as far as I
Yeah.
move.
You're transferring knockback. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. So
The hope is that the bags, because of like things like hydro shock and so on and so forth, tear away from the thing. And because that'll transfer heat easier, hopefully.
Okay.
Most of the heat stays.
So here, I will ask you: are you committing?
I'm committing.
You're committing.
Dippy, you know me not to commit.
Okay. Before we resolve that, Connor, any secondary actions, any other immediate actions you want to take after viewing this display of flying gust and tipping ass over tea kettle, cargo hold falling out of the frame and now plummeting to the earth?
Save me, please.
Connor, who is normally so upbeat and cheerful and whatnot, it's while no one can hear him, it's like I'm good at talking to people. That's normally the jobs I do, is like just hanging out and talking to people. Why the fuck was I picked for this? All right,
That's why Hex was just like,
Okay.
what the, like, why are we doing this?
Connor, 3 arcane. Connor
3 arcane.
is 0 intelligence.
Zero
He's gonna try
intelligence.
to figure out where Artis is gonna land. Take a wad of snow from the ground. Just how his eye turned from Artis, like his own black ball, to Artis's eye. His eye now looks like a snowball, as he is just trying to gather as much, like, through wind and his own magical might and just anything he can. Make the biggest soft powder snow pile he can to where Artis is going to land.
That's a great idea. Also, Dippy, I have to note, Artis doesn't have sneakers. She has Talaria.
Oh God. Oh God. Okay, yeah.
So this is going to take her leg off, probably.
That's rough, buddy.
I will. Okay. Hex.
She could try kicking with the Talaria, I guess. But
No. I was about to say, just this is going to resolve in a certain way here in a moment. Hex.
Yes.
Any additional actions that you are taking? You've carved out, by the way, a pretty substantial arc of a circle that is being kind of like you've run rather pretty far in these 10 seconds that have passed. Like, it's
Because I'm the only one that showed up with ice shoes. Because I'm a wanderer and I have them. Because it would make sense that I would have those.
wonderful. So you've traveled pretty far. You've created a pretty substantial arc. You've created like about a quarter of a circle that would fit the size of an airship,
Okay.
at your estimation. And you see this glut of fire and this thing falling out of it. Luckily, in the direction of the circle that you are making. But you're gonna have to pick up the pace. Is there another? What would you like to do?
I'm gonna use some arcane
Okay.
shit, I guess, with my coffee cup, and I'm going to turn myself backwards, kick up onto my heels, so I'm no longer under the spikes of my stuff, and I'm just going to basically hit my cup 3 times and just jet. Fucking just like jet coffee and just start skating.
You know
like,
what might be a wonderful ability to activate for you to allow you to do that? This sounds like something that you might be able to do with By the Wayside.
Yes.
Oh, very much so.
By the wayside.
What is By the Wayside?
Okay. So By the Wayside is a wanderer ability that allows you to modify an object with a magical property.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I remember that I did that.
Mm-hmm. Already's gonna. Okay. So, one thing about By the Wayside is that it does specify a newly found object. So there could be a newly found object in your environment that you could apply to your coffee cup to make the coffee cup do the jet thing.
Ooh,
You just have to.
What I'm going to do, because I brought up the whole thing of like a thermal blast and
Mhm.
such. I'm going to scoop up some snow, not put it into like a not like packet,
Yeah.
and then just shoot it in there, and it just creates basically an explosion that happens. But it because the cup is magical and it won't not blow up, it
Mhm.
instead becomes a jet and just becomes like hot, just burning hot coffee, just stream.
Yeah, it just causes this instant reaction. I love that. I really love that. All right. And you just kind of like reloading. And your coffee cup starts to jet out a stream of coffee. Just like
instead of saying
scraping along your
reloading, Hex
heels.
is just like, I gotta pick this up.
I gotta pick this up. Shooting a
Like,
jet,
why are they choosing
scraping
for
on
the
your
shop?
heels. Yeah. Scraping your heels in the ice. Actually using your heels to guide the circle as you're jetting.
Like how what is it? Downhill boarders will like those that go like the longboarders will use their hands to kind of thing.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm using my heels to be able to choose like the direction of the circle.
Precisely. Wonderful. All right, Connor.
Yeah.
Take
I'm
my
gonna
picture.
need a little more. You've described picking up the snow and like so you're channeling viewpoint to try to change something below the person that you're viewpointing.
I'm not channeling. All right, so I want to stress first. I'm not channeling viewpoint. That is
You're
just
not channeling
that's
viewpoint.
just
Okay.
flavor. No, he's just. I've been reading this whole thing about pitches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just pitching some magic
you're pitching
bullshit.
You're pitching a big powder snow puff.
Yes.
For artists to land in.
Yes.
Below them.
Yes.
Well, what I would say, is giving a little more. However, I already gave up the ghost by giving you something that you might be able to do. Is it's hard to determine where artist is going to land, but you are viewpointing them right now. So using your hands in your blinded vision of where you are right now, you can't see because of viewpoint. You have your eyes closed and you're looking through artist's vision.
Yes.
But gathering up this snow like blindly beneath you and like packing it and like looking where artist is about to be. All I want is a piece of information from Connor's past. Or just like not a piece of information, but just like a little anecdote from Connor's past. This sounds like it is a defiance that is being placed, or not a defiance. It is a rally / luck pitch that is being placed on another person from yourself. Yes. Because you can see through their eyes and because of what you're currently doing.
Yes. What
is Connor thinking about from his past when he's doing this? Like, it's just something from his time before he was an illusionist, or even as an illusionist, or whatever.
As a young kid, Connor and his friends loved video games and like big worlds to explore, and like it's not brought up very often that he was a scarecrow brought to life because it's not important, but he does have a deep love of hay and farms and stuff like that, and all he's thinking about right now is how cool he thought it was to sit down and play video games with his friends and be like, yeah, but did you know you could jump off this building? And they would jump and land into a hay bale in the middle of Venice for some reason.
In the middle of Venice for some reason.
That was what happened in Assassin's Creed. There was hay bales
It's fantastic.
fucking everywhere.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what Connor's thinking about, is like the day he built up the courage of just looking down. He was on top of his family home that was like had a deck on the second story, and he just hauled hay bales and loosened them up, and he's just staring down at it one day, and he's like, I could do that. He ended up breaking his ankle pretty bad, but like could be worse. You could break your back from jumping that high. So that's what he's thinking.
He's
the
a
day
scarecrow. Does he actually have bones?
No, he's a human now.
He
okay.
was a scarecrow. Now he's a
He
human.
was a scarecrow. Now he's a bisexual. That's not important.
I think you could be a
How about little
bisexual
fire
scarecrow.
The scarecrow bisexual pipeline.
Oh yeah, no, too many TikToks.
Okay, artists, to come back and to resolve your next action.
Yes.
Question. There's a thing in Enclave where you can like do a collab move, right? With somebody?
Yeah, anything. You can collab with anyone.
Energy work,
Okay.
Yeah.
probably.
Me
Yeah.
and Dono put our fingertips together.
Actually, I kind of had an
I'm
idea.
not joking. That is probably going to be an aspirant. I'm not joking.
Yeah, but probably. Weirdly enough,
That's Dippy playing the twins that he likes to play.
Marcus and Marcus, who I've only
Yeah.
played once.
Oh, okay.
There is
But anyway.
literally a sharding class. There might be a fusion.
There
class
is,
to go
yeah,
with
there
this
is,
one.
there is also a class that Detour, funnily enough, in the chat, made recently and had published called the Shonen, which is like literally Dragon Ball, like fusion, like maximum power, like
Maximum
fun stuff.
effort.
Yeah, pretty much. It's great stuff. Anyhow,
I don't. Okay, I have
what do
a
you
thing that I'd like to do
you
with
have
Connor.
your jet. You have your jet of coffee that you're doing.
Yes, I have a thing. I'm gonna yell at Connor. I'm just like,
Mhm.
shit. You have an illusion ability, right? Like
Talking to his
okay,
family.
sorry.
1 second.
Okay, filling the air.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, you're an illusionist, correct? So you can
yes.
create illusions and create things, right?
With a world of snow and whatnot. Like, yeah, why?
Yeah.
I'm also blind at the moment.
Make me a mountain of snow. Like
I
make
am!
make it in there, and like I'll do like I just thought of something because somebody was just like coffee mancer. I'm like, what if? And like with the coffee and stuff like that, I can just like I'm just gonna spray some off, like just shoot it with the coffee, like burn myself a little bit, and it'll catch my blood within the coffee, and I'll just not be like, wake up. And what it'll do is that it'll hit the snow, and a mixture of coffee and blood will create snowman.
Okay.
This is
I know.
stupid. But
I
yeah.
know. No. I know Dippy is going to ask 1,000 questions on how this works. Whatever questions you want to ask, just remember that if a snowman is made, Connor is putting a face on it.
Yes.
If
Basically, I'm
that
just gonna make-
helps at all,
It sounds like it would help.
it's going to be after artist lands,
but like
so
I will
I can focus on
use the
that.
object of my blood to
Okay.
infuse it with life energy within the coffee to create
Okay.
caffeinated snowman.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, hold on.
And on that note, I have a child moment. I will be right
Okay,
back.
so there's more than a few things going on here, which I'm now
Yes.
going to try to resolve all of. I need to. Okay, you and Dadley's thing. I need to resolve when Dadley gets back. First of all, let me resolve Artis's kick here. Okay, you are ending Derive with a drop kick on the airship
did.
frame.
I did activate hang time when I said. Connor, look at
Okay,
this.
I was gonna ask if you were still activating hang time. Yes. Okay, so
I
hang
should be
time.
saying what is a paired action, but I just keep like narrating what the paired action is. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so you are activating hang time and ending Derive with a drop kick on the frame of the airship.
Yes.
And from that point, you're gonna start falling back down to Earth.
I'm going to make a parabolic arc.
Yeah, you're making
Yeah,
an arc. Yeah. But the main point being, at the end of this, you're gonna start falling back down. Like
Yes.
you're not gonna continue falling like Okay.
No, even with her 5 will,
Somersault.
I don't know if she could stay conscious at this point.
Yeah. Somersault, kick, 4 reflex, 5 will, 4 skill, 2 might all come together in this moment as you flip, leg, flip, kick, and this transfer of force on the airship frame is massive. Condensed on a single point, the frame, the nose of the frame, caves inwards. But like imploding inwards on itself, just going like turning an outie into an innie. As the force then shoves the frame of the airship backwards, stopping the flipping ass over tea kettle motion, and instead turning it into just a solid like torpedo motion. It's just kind of flying through the air straight and true, now directed down like that way on the lake, in the direction of where Hex's jet of coffee is still carving out a circle. Your leg hurts badly, but it is still attached to you.
I don't know if that's worse.
Is it worse? Is it better? Is it worse? I don't know. One thing for sure, your foot is on fire. Because you did kick a flaming frame. And the system shock in your body just kind of like radiates from your foot to your head to your foot again in less than half a second, putting your brain into fight or flight mode and causing your whole body to seize like fuck, and like your foot and leg just kind of like limp, and you begin to fall. Your 5 will means that you don't immediately pass out.
Yes.
And you are able to be conscious of the direction that you are falling. As beneath you, you see a flurry of snow beginning to build and pile up. In the same moment, yes.
She, so Artis is bastophobic. She has a fear of falling, which is partially why the 5 well thing, so that she can actually do any of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
She was putting faith in her allies that they would save her ass.
Mm-hmm.
You did not communicate that, by the way.
No, she just gave a look.
I
Bing
do
bong.
not know you.
Okay.
No.
I don't know you.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
So, in this
Not to be
moment where
rude,
you
but we do
begin-
not know you.
in this moment where you begin to fall back to earth, fear overtakes your body, and you are like,
She's
grasping
rigid,
at
but
air.
she knows she shouldn't be.
She's what?
She's rigid because of that, and she knows she shouldn't be.
Yeah.
She tries to calm herself down in the small amount of time that she has, in order to be more loose, and therefore the impact would do less to her.
5 more seconds pass.
With
You are
5
mid-fall.
seconds.
You are mid-fall. You are about to hit in the next 5 seconds.
Okay.
You have
Is
no abilities
Jeremy off
left.
cooldown?
Your
No,
hang
it's still
time
on
is
level.
helping you.
Yeah.
Because hang time means that
It gives a little bit of protection, but based on how many people are essentially watching and so on and so forth.
Yeah. And it gives you protection from the damage that you would sustain. Yeah. In the next 5 seconds that pass, the frame of the airship is now traveling laterally and in an arc all its own, further down the lake. The flaming cask of hot coffee is still falling in the direction that it was falling, which is closer to Hex's circle than it originally was. But below you, you see this flurry of snow forming Connor, your essence is draining.
Yes.
You are like jet fueling through your essence by doing this, but this is
Yes,
something
I am.
that I am allowing you to do. As well as, in conjunction with that, a little bit of this snow kind of magic that you're kind of you're shaping it with the same mechanics that you would shape a phantasm with, but you're trying to make this real as opposed to a phantasm because you're trying, and it is like just jet fueling your essence. But some of that snow magic rubs off on Hex, as they have also used a little bit of snow magic. And as this flurry is traveling between you and where Artis is landing, it passes through Hex's area. And you take this jet of coffee, as you have now completed half of the circle, with about 10 or 15 more seconds before impact. And you bring the jet of coffee from here and run it burning up your arm.
Oh no, I just put my hand like splash. Like I'm
You just put your
holding
hand
it
in
like
front of it,
this,
yeah.
and I just go like my fingers, and I
so
just
yeah,
burn.
you burn, you put your hand in front of the jet of coffee, causing the burning sensation in your hand. Fuck, that hurts. You have one will.
Yes.
Which again allows for that to happen without you immediately going into a system shock. But as the coffee kind of like, as when you do that with your hand, it breaks up the jet of coffee into like driplets of coffee. And the driplets that took some of your skin and like tiny amounts of your flesh and blood with it land kind of like scatter onto the snow ahead of you. Using your arcane, and they form, they like kind of coalesce and gather some of the snow around them, almost using the heat of the coffee as a core for gathering snow around it, and you make about 2 or 3 snowmen that are about this big.
Okay. What I want them to start doing is start. Huh? Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay. Connor, with a mixture of Connor's magic in the snow and my coffee mancering and wonder ability, I would like them to begin helping to create Connor's thing, our idea, while also creating like. Essentially, my idea is like, oh, what if we, did our best to, on top of like everything, slow it down a little bit. So I want them to start stacking snow, like into kind of like, and like create like with the coffee, melting it and then freezing it and melting and freezing it until we have like kind of a rail where I can hit the bottom of the thing and it starts to like slow it down as it.
So you were trying to create your own little kind of like bank of snow for the flaming coffee keg to crash into and slow its descent
into the pile that now Connor is making that is around the circle, so it can now whatever like impact is happening, it like slows down slightly because it's like it's creating a friction.
Yeah, you're creating
area instead of it having just like the gravity hitting it. I know this is like, this is magic, okay? This is not real life. This is rule of cool I'm trying to go for right here. Please, God. Dippy, God.
Okay, hold on. So with the snowmen that you made, you're trying to get them to help Connor build his,
because they're infused with Connor's fucking
the snow magic,
the snow magic, along with his ability to he's
what
an
ability are you
illusionist.
dumping into this? What
I don't
wanderer ability
fucking
are you
know, man.
dumping into this?
All right, wait.
Luck. I have 2.
You have no luck. Oh, you have
two
luck?
luck.
No, yeah,
I
you
have
have
2
2
luck.
Oh shit! You could just like literally
Okay.
say that there's a mountain there.
I have 2 luck. I am lucky. I am like, fuck, man. I like this is literally last ditch effort. Not
Okay.
hoping throwing it to the wind.
And
Okay,
you're trying
wait.
to get-
So
you're trying to help use the snowman to help build up Connor's like snowdrift to catch Artis.
Yes. Oh, and to divert the friggin' thing. Okay.
Actually, are you aware that what artist's situation is?
I'm not. My
Oh,
thought
okay.
process is that I'm trying to slow down everything,
You're just
and I
trying
think
to help.
Connor's doing that.
Yes. So the thought process is that it's going to slow down the thing. It's just happening to help Artis as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Otters does
Your
not
2 luck would
communicate.
allow for that line of thinking. Connor.
Okay.
do the snowmen have faces?
If
The
your magic
tiny
allows
little-
it, they would put them there.
Wanderer familiar face. I don't know if it helps, but probably they work a little faster.
Oh my god! You could give the mound a face and it could eat.
Just,
As they
that's
like,
the best I got looking at the Wanderer really quick.
I like to wonder if like as they continue to move around snow and everything, do they get a little bit bigger because they're building themselves up, kind of like snowballs rolling?
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. that would be
And eventually, they're just trying to build up their snow themselves so they can
yeah,
build up
that
their
would
body,
be
and then just
common
be like
sense
big
enough.
ass fucking nut golems.
Yeah, that would be common
Hex,
sense
you
enough.
got to make a luck build.
That is essentially what Hex is. Is he's very like his whole thing is that he's unlucky to other people, but he's lucky to himself
Mhm.
because he's a black cat. So like people
played
aren't
the
lucky
exact
around
opposite
him.
character.
He's sucking up all the luck.
Okay.
Bark.
5 more seconds pass.
Heard that?
5 more seconds pass. The flaming coffee cargo container has fallen a little farther and is about to impact in the next 5 seconds. Artis, you fall into a snowdrift that has been constructed with the help of Connor's arcane manifestation, Hex's arcane manifestation of snowmen, helping to build it up. And at the same time, this jet of coffee has still carved out about 2/3 of this circle. The frame of the airship is now torpedoing. It has fallen a little farther. But Artis, you land in the snowdrift, and falling from that high into that much snow certainly helps, but there's a
Don't be afraid to
trade-off.
kill a character of mine.
There's a trade-off. It certainly helps, but there's a trade-off of either the snow is more densely packed to cushion your fall, or the snow is less densely packed to make you slow down rather than acting as a hard pillow, it acts as a soft pillow. And this snow kind of falls somewhere in the middle. You impact, and you are embedded like 10 feet deep in this snowdrift. Alive, but now surrounded by snow.
And likely busted up and unable to move.
Yeah, it's definitely... You're hurting a little. You're hurting a little more than a little. But you would still be able to move most of your body. That one leg is definitely numb. The snow put out the fire that was on your leg or on your foot, but man, is it... In that same amount of time, the circle has been carved out, and you notice with your 2 luck, Hex, that this coffee bomb is falling more and more centered with the circle that you are drawing, as if you knew that it was going to fall there the whole time.
Mm-hmm. My coffee told me
Connor.
where the coffee was going.
Aye.
Your viewpoint ends.
Yes.
You are now back visually in yourself, and you see your hands covered in a thin layer of snow, and a large, like, kind of flurry of snow dug out in a crater around you. With
You see a
looking
thumbs up in your vision.
looking up from your position, you see the large coffee bomb falling closer and closer to the center of the circle that Hex has been drawing. You see a snowdrift up around the edge of that circle. And just poking out of the edge of that snowdrift, a dot in your vision that looks like your ally, with a thumbs up coming up out of the snow, Terminator style.
Yeah, no magic. I'm just running for him.
Mm-hmm. You're running towards the giant plummeting fiery ball.
Is there somebody underneath it still?
Presumably both of your allies are.
Then yeah. I don't know if the person that hit the snow can walk.
So I finished the circle, right?
You're very close.
Okay.
You
Am
know
I
what?
close enough that I feel confident that if I were to leave right now, I could, like, if I use the jet and I just turned it the other way, I could just shoot myself backwards and get out of the way?
Magical power is draining your essence about as fast as Connor was draining his essence with the snow magic to begin with.
Got it. Cool.
If you wanted to jet up and out of the circle, I would let you, but you would be like mid to low yellow essence, or like mid to low yellow essence. Connor, you are also mid to low yellow essence.
Yes.
Which means that y'all are both like buzzing with essence energy. You feel your bodies like with the amount of supernatural magic that has been coursing through your bodies up to this point. It is becoming much. It is becoming harder for your bodies to contend with. Artists, you would also be approaching like high yellow essence, if not already there. With what
yeah, I
you've
believe
done
so. We're
far.
doing V1, right?
Yeah, it is V1.5. That's fine.
All right. 5 will would also then, if you're using it like V1.5,
Your 5 will would also be helping with that essence cost for sure.
Yeah, because it increases that. Spirit does in V1.
The scale of the actions that you have done so far have drained your essence faster than you thought it would.
Okay.
Because you literally kicked an airship out of the way, and I allowed you to.
This is true.
For that,
I was also
God
I
allowed
was
it.
about to be like, Hex, yeah, I'll let you get out. How are you gonna get out? And you described the coffee jet thing.
I am just look, I know it's ill-advised, but I mean, like, the first time I ever played Connor, he was taking hit after hit trying to protect someone, and that was when he realized that that's what's most important to him, is making sure everyone is okay. Not alive, not making it home, they're okay. They're more than just survived. So yeah, Connor's running for this fucking snow pile.
You still have your veneer and your phantasm available to you. Hex, you still have your familiar face and your fork in the road available to you. Artists,
I mean,
all of your abilities are on cooldown.
yeah.
That
I
was
don't
low.
know if, I don't know
So
if Fork
hopefully
in the
that
Road. Wait, what does Fork in the Road do? Fuck.
Fork in
can
the road's
look-
not going to be that useful here.
It's not going to be that useful here. I'm just
Describe
saying
it
it
to
is
me.
available to you if you feel like.
Okay, fork in the road. Where the fuck did that page go? Paired action. Not that. Not all confined to literal roads. Guess what might be encountered? Essentially, you just look at 2 roads, and if you don't know which way you go, you can kind of visualize the paths.
Okay.
There's a reason that this ability is changing in V2.
Both
is
of you
it?
guys
yeah.
have both said to me that it's unreasonable. I am going to look at, well, shit. Did I see artists drop?
You saw a body plummet and like land in the snowdrift.
Okay.
You would assume that someone falling from that height would be artists.
My brain is just like, what the fuck did this guy do this entire thing? And just now, I'm going to use Fork in the Road and find the quickest way out of this fucker with getting both of them out of the way. like basically I want to find like
It's funny because that's essentially what the ability is turning into.
Exactly.
It's essentially
Yeah.
that's what the ability is turning into.
Yeah.
So for the purposes of yes, that is what the ability is going to become, I will let this happen, but we will go to a short ad break before that, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, hopefully with the conclusion of this mission right after this.
Oh shit.
Hello and welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh,
Ah,
We've been saying slurs.
no, that
Jesus
listen.
Christ! You fucking messaged us and was like, "Don't worry, it won't be a brand hindrance."
That is like quite literally one of the few things that I don't allow on this channel.
It hasn't actually been doing that, I swear.
It's just been Clinker. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Clanker.
Mm.
Very anti.
So, you
Dude,
guys.
20 years when robots take us over, that's going to be such a bad thing.
Oh yeah.
You, Hex, Using
Yes.
Fork in the Road, you kind of assess your situation and you see two possible ways out of this. If you were to finish the circle that you are carving out, it would become loose ice that, once the thing crashes into it, would open up the water beneath it, possibly. And if you were to jump in it, that would be
Cold.
very cold, but it would also, if for some reason there were some kind of explosion, you would be probably maybe protected from the explosion under the water.
Under the sea.
Under the sea. You also still with you envision the jet of coffee coming out of your cup. You envision the jet of coffee coming out of your cup and directing it in such a way to drag you across the ice to the edge of the snowdrift, going through the snowdrift near where Artis is, near where Artis landed, because you saw where Artis landed, pulling yourself and Artis out of the drift, being a foggy vision of a possibility that stands out as not impossible in your mind.
So it's either finish the circle, die, jump in the water, possibly die, but also survive, or do this crazy fucking stunt that means going through snow and saving
Different
something.
plans.
I used my tool luck to make it succeed.
Literally, it's kind of how luck works for us.
I'm gonna be real. So this month is showcasing Enclave. That is why I will never put any luck into Connor. With like respect to the luck users out there, it just doesn't sound fun to me. I like the vibe of like, I don't fucking know what's happening. Like
That's why I didn't put any luck into Artists.
yeah, I find it fun having 0 luck opposed to a bunch of luck.
I
have played a
as
5 character, and I played all as bad luck that just worked in people's favor. So he was just a comedy character the whole time. That was fun.
In my defense, I play very creative characters, and I like to get away. Like I like to do weird things, like things that like I like to like even within our Inquisition, I will like screw around with Sundial in such a way.
Creative, like their characters are.
No,
like,
I know.
The
Yeah,
character
I'm just being
themselves
an
is
ass. Yeah.
creative, not.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't make
Like-
creative characters. It's fine.
No, I mean like I like to manipulate and change and like turn things kind of on their head.
I get it. I get
As best
yeah,
I
no,
can.
you don't have to
I
justify
don't
it, bud.
think,
I'm just
like-
talking my own play.
And that's why, like, for me, luck is like such a good thing because it's like ultimately it means that, hey, let's try it.
Gentlemen, you
I'm
find yourselves. Yeah, you're running. You're running and you're running. 5 more seconds pass. The giant coffee bomb is very close. It is nearing its impact point.
That's
Hex,
smart enough to know exactly.
I need a
how big-
commitment from
Okay,
from what you are doing to possibly get
I am
yourself out of here.
committing to saving Connor, and if Connor grabs Artis in time, we'll save him too. Save her too.
You're in the circle in the middle of the snowdrift. If anything, you're going to reach Artis first if you time this correctly.
Okay. Well. Okay. Yeah. Let's fuck it. Yeah. Let's go for it. Let's save.
What
Artis.
I want out of you
Yes.
to make this work,
Yes.
use off the last of this arcane manifestation, is a defiance. This is a turning point portrayed from yourself where you describe a past experience that Hex has had. A past experience that Hex has had in dealing with adversity similar to what you are dealing with now, and tying it into your action to make yourself more resilient in the process of completing it and possibly making it succeed based on the based on the detail of the event that you portray. So a time in Hex's life that he was faced with a similar adversity and overcame it in a similar way, to tie it thematically to the paired
Similar
action
to a giant balloon blimp falling onto him and maybe exploding and surviving. God.
Yeah, you ever
Really?
had before?
That happens to everyone, right? That
Yeah,
happens to
it happens to
fucking
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's got something that's close to this.
I
Yeah,
think you understand my meaning.
Yes, I do. Let me think here.
Do you need a moment to think about this?
Yes, because
Artists.
yeah.
Is there anything that you feel like you would like to do to assist, or not even necessarily assist, but just anything that you feel like you would be able to do in your own power to continue to further save the situation or the people around you?
Artist would have probably dug herself out by now. Is anything off of cooldown?
What are the cooldown? Because you did
All cooldowns on free runner are low.
all cooldowns on free runner are low.
I think
checks out.
hang time is mid.
Hang time.
Oh no, wait,
mid,
I think
bro.
no, its cost is like mid. Let me double check.
I have the free runner. Why don't I just look it up? Free runner.
Oh,
Yeah, why don't you just look it up?
yeah, why don't you just look it up?
Yeah, just do your job, Dippy.
Yeah, do your job.
Tag your it is a mid cooldown. Derive and hang time are low cooldowns. Yes. Okay, so at this point, Derive and hang time. Well, you used hang time a little more recently. Hang time would be close, but Derive would definitely be available again.
Okay. Artist getting out of the 10-foot mound like you do on a Saturday night. She gets out. How close are Connor and Hex?
Hex is behind you in the circle and is committing to the action. Just has to give me a defiance for it to go off relatively soon here.
I have
Okay, I'll come back to you then in a second. But continue, Mal, with and Connor is on the outside of the circle, running towards you, having made it about halfway to your position in those 5 seconds that have now in the 5 seconds that are passing before impact.
She's going to scream.
Yeah, she's gonna scream.
Yeah,
Right.
she's gonna scream, "Don't get fucking splattered!" And she's going to run forward. I think she only has one of her Talaria left right now, because the other one was probably their sandals. It was probably lost on the kick.
You feel your Talaria still on your person.
Oh, cool. So she's running on this busted ass leg anyway. So at first she limps, but she quickly grits her teeth, focuses on the pain, pushes through it, and starts charging towards Connor. Does a front flip as she begins to fall, and uses Derive to create a slope coming off of. Actually, no, she can't create it. She has to suggest it. So no, I'm going to use free to fall, sacrificing the ability to make it terrain instead to turn my fuck up my gravity, and I'm going to launch myself at Connor.
You're gonna make your gravity parallel to the ground below you. Yeah. All right. This is actually going to pair very well with Hex's action here. Hex, your defiance
Hex remembers this time that he was traveling on a mountain road, and all of a sudden the earth began to shake, and he saw rocks beginning to fall. And ahead of him was a family that he was traveling just closely behind, and there was a little girl that was stuck in between the rocks, her family and him. And he made the quick-witted decision to push himself past where he would usually go and push the girl out of the way and try and get her. It was a daring move that he would never do, like that he would usually never do, being that he's more of like a person to like reserved, very much like a communicator, wandering individual. He's not one to like fully change the fate of things. And so and in that moment he remembers feeling a type of magic in which he felt like just a switching of fate and activating of his luck, in which he just kind of like, there's such a little chance that I succeed doing this, but I have to. And so essentially what he does is that he taps into his magic and he pushes, and he's just going to push his luck not farther than it should, and use his ability to like push his speed within his jet to not go and save these two individuals, and hope to God that they grab onto each other in order to make this safe. Make this happen, and that everything works out. And he's just gonna go, like he's pushing away his worry, his fear, everything, and he's just closing off his mind and hoping that everything works out. And he pushes towards the artist.
1 Mississippi. You redirect your jet of coffee into the opposite bank and fling yourself backwards towards the snowdrift. Connor, you see artists starting to take a couple of steps out of the snowdrift, and you hear them scream, "Better not get splattered." And artists, you take your first couple of steps forward. 2 Mississippi. The jet of coffee begins to push you through the snowdrift. You feel the cold iciness like ripping across your back as you are pushing yourself deeper through this snow. And the jet of coffee you feel it increase in intensity and force to deal with this obstacle. Connor, you take your reaction to, like, you see artists taking a couple of steps, and you're like looking up. You see the coffee bunker continuing to fall as if in slow motion. And artists, you take your third step and you feel your legs fall out from beneath you and start to slide along the ground as you begin to slide just above the ground, using your gravity to pull you parallel with it. 3 Mississippi. You punch through the snowdrift. Hex, you punch through the snowdrift as you feel the jet pushing you forward, as you look behind you and see artists beginning to fall in the direction of the parallel to the ground, and Connor not too long of a distance away. You keep the coffee mug in one hand as you reach out with another, and you hook underneath Artist's arm. As Artist, you feel this jet of force. Having already consigned yourself to falling this direction, you feel another force next to you pulling you even faster in this direction. As you look up and see Hex with his coffee jet pushing the both of you away towards Connor. You see the two of them jetting out away from the snowdrift and begin to turn on your heels. As Artist, you reach out with your other hand and you wrap it around Connor's waist as you are now all locked together, being pushed with a little bit of weight, turning the jet of coffee in your hand, Hex, to spiral you, rifling yourselves and creating an aerodynamic effect, pushing you back towards the ice road. 4 Mississippi. A heartbeat, a breath, the cold wind whistling and rushing past your faces and bodies as the jet of coffee and the fire on the coffee bunker that has fallen out of this airship are the only heat in your nearby vicinity. You off in the distance hear the crashing of metal and a slide along the ice. 5 Mississippi. Dunk. As a large plume of hot liquid coffee tears through the metal casing of the skin that it was falling in and creates a ginormous teardrop effect redirected by the snowdrift wall, cascading up into the air and back down again, centered around the hole that was being carved. 6 Mississippi. All 3 of you come sliding to a halt 50, 60, 70 feet away from the epicenter of this coffee explosion, looking up and seeing the coffee mushroom cloud
Smells amazing.
directed straight up, and you see it as time reaches its zenith again. Falling back down, you hear a large rushing of water as what you can only assume is the hole that was dug, the circle that was carved, the tiny sliver that was left uncarved melts away under the immense force of the coffee, and the coffee pours through the hole into the water beneath it. The metal casing crumples, crashing through the snowdrift, putting out a large portion of the fire. Off in the distance, you hear another explosion as you see a large gaseous cloud go up in flames as the gas sacks burst on the flaming frame. Much farther away than its planned fall. And there's silence. Only but the pattering of footsteps on the snow and ice, as some people have gotten out of their cars and wagons, running out onto the ice road to see what these people in the middle of the ice road have done, and looking off to the side, a flaming wreckage, sinking beneath the surface of the ice plain off in the distance. You hear a slow rumble as a thin layer of hot dissipates and spreads over the next few seconds, gently warming up the water beneath you, but like 1 grain of salt in a cup of boiling water. The heat dissipates almost as soon as it is added into the mixture. The water is simply too cold for the hot coffee to have an effect. And with it not pouring out over the surface of the ice, the integrity remains. Several pieces of falling debris, flaming skin, just airship skin, land flaming airship skin, like the aluminum skin, just land on the surface of the ice, but the ice is cold enough that it isolates the fire. The ice road remains almost entirely untouched. A slow puddle of coffee kind of escapes from underneath the snowdrift that was built up and begins steaming the surface of the ice road. Or not the ice road, begins steaming the surface of the icy covered lake in an area much smaller than the impact would have suggested. And as you all look up and see your handiwork,
That's why.
You feel a sigh of relief wash over yourselves.
Okay, you say that's why, but I feel like someone would have been way more better at doing this than me.
I completely agree. Yeah.
Yeah, we got it done though. Who wants iced
100%.
coffee?
No, what? Wait, what did you say?
Who wants iced coffee?
No, it's only hot.
Hey,
The
she points
only
to it.
good coffee is hot coffee. Iced coffee is for the people that are weak.
I love iced coffee.
Oh,
Connor, I still don't like your friend.
you don't
I-
have to like me.
I mean, that's
I did
fair.
just save your ass.
That's
He's
also
got
fair.
great ideas.
Okay, anyway, let's take a selfie. As Connor pulls out his pole and squishes in. Actually, we're all already pretty together, so it's just click.
Yeah, just
Slap squad.
Rotating doors.
Hex smiles until the flash goes off, and then he just goes straight face.
yeah.
So
No, you gotta smile through the flash. You gotta wait.
no,
As the picture develops, and you sit there contempt with your. As the picture develops, and you sit there contempt with yourselves, and your handiwork, you all feel your badges beginning to ping.
I do feel like they could have chosen some other people besides us to do this. This is a bit
I mean, this was
much.
fun.
Was it? Because I almost died.
I'm gonna be
You
real.
almost died. I kicked the blimp.
What? That was what you did this entire time?
Yeah.
I worked my ass off cutting up that fucking ice. What the?
I just like points at her leg, which is mangled. Gives you a look. Like,
I kicked the fucking blimp. Whatever. Cool.
Quickly, before Connor goes, he goes up to one of the snowmen,
Mm-hmm.
and I veneer a face on it.
it's the cutest thing.
Is it
They
Or-
kind of just as they kind of just like waddle over like a little baby penguin.
Mhm.
You take one look at one and you just kind of like wipe your hand over
I
the
do,
top
yeah.
ball and you create a face
Yep.
as
And
it
I
Artist
looks up at
slides
you
and embraces it.
as it looks up at you and like cocks its head. Artist immediately like jumps down and like starts giving it a big hug.
That please
Yeah.
no. Hey, you
You?
didn't even ask its permission first. That's
You-
wrong.
He is locked eyes with the snowman.
She holds up the snowman to you.
You
It's your baby.
are the
Oh,
no.
man. Stop manhandling my snowman.
You and your tribe are the defenders of this road now.
As it
Hex
as it
looks at
as it
them.
looks at you with its cute little face and it goes, I already knew that.
Okay.
Yeah, I told him that before.
Just wanted to make sure. One more thing.
Oh shit! I thought you were a kid.
And
It's
I-
opera now.
No,
You
these
know,
are
that's-
full-grown snowmen. They're snowmen,
was-
not
it
snow
was-
children.
I'm like, I want to do one thing, and then no magic or anything. Just you can fix snow how you want. I put a mohawk on him, and I'm like, you are the leader now.
As he just like, and he just looks at you.
I took it from the sides of his head, so his head's like narrow.
Yeah.
And now has a
It's just a conehead now.
It's just essentially a cone head.
You can add snow. There's snow everywhere. Why?
Ew, that's cute. She puts it down.
You are their leader.
There's only two of them.
There's
three of
you
them.
are in
There's
charge
three.
of those two.
There's three. There, yes.
Start making babies.
And they're
All right.
about this
No.
big.
What? Why is everything what?
They're adults now. It's not
As it-
weird.
As it looks at you,
Not everything has
And
ways.
it reels its head back to nod, and then it sends its head forward to nod, but the mohawk makes it top heavy, and its head like falls off and splatters onto the ground. But
God damn it! I just made that.
Okay, you, one of the ones with heads now. You're the leader. I can't talk back, but
you see, with the lack of facial features, it's harder to tell what the front of its face is, but you can see one of like the top ball of each snowman kind of like rotate and rotate back and like sit down and just like baby clapping their hands and arms on the snow beneath them.
they're in good
Fantastic.
hands now.
I will tell my snowmen before we leave. Just clean up. Just clean up the rest, and then go be wild. That's like you have one job: clean up the rest, like clean up all this mess, and then go be wild.
They then stand up and turn around and walk towards the small coffee spill, which could have been a lot worse, as a couple of people, as were previously mentioned, walk up behind you like, "Oh, great heavens! What on earth is it? The road? It was surely gone. How could it ever have been saved without the help of you three?" Looks
The
to you.
revolving doors click.
That's Slut Squad.
Any final
Hey.
actions for Hex before they ping out?
It's like, hey, I know you. We used to. You're the mayor of the town nearby.
As
how's it-
familiar face procs, and he looks at you and goes, "How could
Remember,
we
I
have
saved that
forgotten?"
little girl like a couple years back.
Sweet, that's freaking great.
As that procs, and in like but a moment, a face of not only recognition but of humble valor crosses his face as he goes, "You have done us and our own a great number today. Thank you again, kind stranger."
My
Artist looks
neighbor-
at Hex with admiration, says, "Maybe you are a slut."
Stop. Not everything's. Excuse my friend. What the fuck are you?
I've got a great ass. How are you not seeing this?
I don't know. I don't care about that. What? No, Hex is asexual.
Incredible.
You look you're whatever.
Ouch.
Hex is gonna
think
hit
to say is
that
no, I
artist's
guess.
button.
And
Like
artist,
halfway between her trying to say something, it's just immediately press her button. Shut the
I'm not
fuck
gonna go back, and I'm just gonna hang out with the mayor for a while.
all right, you go back and you broad strokes, you see your snowmen like kind of approach the hot coffee pile, and when they're about 5 feet away from it, they begin to like melt back into the snow melt of the environment around them. But like part of that helps the coffee cool down more, and
Yeah.
you see it kind of recede back towards the hole that has been carved in the ice. As it like
Do
as
you create a tradition of snowmen people sacrificing themselves for the coffee hole?
Listen, I just fucking it doesn't have to be that deep.
broad strokes, you kind of hitch a ride back to Engador with one of the wagons traveling in that direction. You spend a little bit of time, you have a good meal, you have a good cup of coffee. No one else does because the coffee shipment was unfortunately destroyed, but
Okay, I have an endless amount of coffee that I can give people.
you spend some time pouring out some of your coffee for the
I
people
pour out
of the
one
town.
for the homies.
For one out-
For my snowmies.
Snowmies!
Pour out one for my snowmies.
Eventually,
Okay, that can be
leading
their
to
name.
your
That's a
return
good
to
one.
Enclave HQ. But on that note, we will end the mission.
Eventually, one night, I'll turn over and accidentally hit my button and wake up in the middle of HQ. Fuck!
Yeah. Fantastic. So, mission accomplished, everyone. Well done.
We did it.
Very well done.
Such a good
You guys
job.
are excellent players.
Oh, same to you. Absolutely.
Thank you.
At the end, I always I've picked up a couple of things from how some conduits typically end their sessions. First and foremost, by asking, did anyone have any questions, comments about calls that were made on the mission or the plot of the mission itself? That I can answer within reason.
What the fuck, Dippy? That's my question.
Weird pull.
I could easily turn that back on you for giving me the focus words that you gave.
Weird pull. We played Dream Daddy on this channel.
Mm-hmm.
And all I could think about every time you said the word Ice Road was the ongoing bit in that game of, what are you watching? Ghost Hunter's Ice Truck, like Ghost Hunting Ice Truckers Bake Off.
Yeah. It is
That's
a weird pull. But you know, that focus word didn't come from you, it came from Mal, so there was no connection whatsoever
Oh
to
yeah. Where was my focus word in that?
morning breath?
Yeah.
It was early morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everything else checked out. Yeah.
So I will
Yeah,
very
that's fine.
quickly. So
Yeah.
I will very quickly do like focus word implementation here. Morning breath. It was very early in the morning when this happened, and breath is like a breath of fire.
Yeah.
Catching the ship on fire, if you would. Coffee magic. Hex implemented a lot of their own coffee magic, but the coffee that was being transported was magical coffee to remain always hot. Like, so it would have, there would have been no hope of like, oh, we'll just wait for the coffee to cool down. No, the coffee would not have cooled down unless it was dispersed with another liquid, which is precisely what you did. Well done. And Ice Road Hindenburg disaster, it's pretty fucking self-explanatory. Godoy. But apart
Could you
from
actually
that,
explain it to me? Because I don't get. Okay.
Ice Road Hindenburg disaster. Well, you see, there's a big ass
Explain the
airship. No. So, any other questions or comments about the calls or the plot of the mission?
I mean, you did great.
was
You did absolutely amazing, Dippy.
Who was your favorite player in this game?
Well, if I had to pick one, no.
And that's all, folks. I'm kidding.
No, but
you were my favorite player in this, obviously. But just because of like the ending part that you managed to bring back to the defiance that you did earlier, that was
pretty.
That was good.
That
Yeah.
was pretty
that was
fucking
brilliant.
like that was like masterful. Great
Until that
pull.
point, it was definitely Brad. Like,
Yeah. If you didn't have any other questions or comments about the plot or the calls themselves, I will say very quickly, player and character review.
You all suck.
Yeah, first of all, you all fucking no. First of all, artists. I brought you in for a reason because I knew that with the amount of time that you played and with the design of the mission I wanted to go for with this, you were going to pick up on a thing to do immediately, commit to it, and it may have ended up worse than you thought it would end up, and that's exactly what happened.
yes.
Way to pull it back from the brink. Well done. I loved how you played. I loved all of the abilities uses and the perks uses. Like it was wonderful. You did exactly what I hoped you would do in showcasing veteran player play.
Fun fact, she's level 10. Everyone else was significantly lower level, but
This is my second game of Enclave.
Yes.
ever.
and the one that was most useful to finishing the mission was not the level 10.
Yes.
Which leads me to Connor.
Oh, hi.
An illusionist on a mission such as this, where the things that they create are very specifically not real, was for me to push that 3 arcane that you have to do something that was real and
Yes.
helping people however it needed to be helped. I honestly did not anticipate. I put the caveat of if you can find a way to stop the airship from crashing, that's ideal. Knowing that artists could come up with a plan to maybe prevent that from happening,
Yeah.
but they did what I thought they would do, which was try to redirect it using the air and the air just made the airship burn up faster. And I've seen much weirder things happen, but if the airship had crashed, there would have been plenty of opportunity to like keep people, like to interact with people, to interact with the environment, like keep the road together, to put an energy work of a phantasm being made real because of an arcane manifestation, like, is something that I wanted to tap into with you, because it's something that you've done a lot of, like phantasm and veneer and like changing things very, very effectively. And I wanted to push that a step further with that 3 arcane, and you did. It just didn't require you using any of your abilities, which was except viewpoint, which was masterfully done at the beginning. Well done. You would have had a much harder time if you hadn't viewpointed artists. Yeah. And Hex.
That was super useful.
Brilliant plan from the beginning, using the coffee magic that you have to carve out a hole. And wonderful uses of everything else to, like, kind of towards the end. I loved seeing Hex just be like, what the fuck? Like,
it's always good to have a straight man on.
Yeah, exactly. In a party full of clowns, there always has to be an audience. And
so y'all are fucking around. Let's actually figure this out.
Yeah, I think it was really fun. On that note, we need a mission name.
I don't want to go with pour one out for the Snowmies.
I love pour one out for the Snowmies. I literally wrote that down as a quote from the game.
For the Snowmies.
How are you spelling Snowmies in that, by the way?
I spelled it like just snow, M-I-E-S.
S-N-O-W-M-I-E-S?
Yes.
Yeah. Pour one out for the Snowmies. I mean, it's kind of brilliant.
If I ever end up like summoning those, they're gonna be Omies in some way. Like they're gonna be Claymies or Home or
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
It's an infusion of coffee and blood to be able to like create the little.
Well, yeah, because it also works with the broader context of the mission, because you ended up pouring out the coffee like container into a hole that was designed to catch it from the beginning. Like, well done. So there you go. Pour one out for the Snowmies is going to be a great title for this episode as well. So on that note, we go through our upcoming schedule. We provide you with life advice. We provide you with media suggestions, and then we're going to get out of here. We'll start with the media pick of the week. We're just going to go around. Any piece of media that you've seen recently that you would recommend other people to see, a book, a movie, an album, anything else that you want to recommend to people. Besides the Dapperdies.
Besides the Dapper.
Because I would actually recommend your channel. I'm more recently getting into it. It's actually very fun.
Thank you.
If you have one in the chamber, Mal, go ahead, but I would otherwise start with one of our regular boys.
Okay, sure. You guys start off first.
Oh, okay. I throw a lot of random music at y'all. Don Broco, one of those bands that I love that I've yet to meet.
I've fucking been listening to them. Dude.
So they just dropped a new single, Hype Man by Don Broco.
I fucking love it. It's so good.
Great.
I put it to my gym mix. It's so fucking good.
Perfect for that shit. They're like melodic hardcore. Think of like a little bit heavier of a Day to Remember. That
they
kind
have
of vibe.
They do have like a bit of a grunge. I feel like them, and I don't know if anybody's heard of like President.
Yeah.
They sound very similar to each other, which is very fucking good.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Hype Man by Don Broco. Check it out. The good singer that just came out. Not a whole lot of albums dropping right now. I normally recommend an album. Not a whole lot out there.
There's a lot of singles going out.
A lot of singles, a lot of EPs. Not a whole lot of just here's a good fucking meaty album.
For me, new anime, like it's pretty popular right now, but I feel like more people should be able to watch it merely because of just the art and the story is so fucking good. It's I'm gonna butcher the name, but it's Gachi Akuta.
Oh,
Uh,
I can't say it right either, but it's
Yeah.
so good. I love the art.
The mangaku, or the person that created the manga, is an alt creator, woman, not punk. Fuck it, like oh my god, it's so fucking good. Everything
It's
looks
so
dope as hell.
Mhm.
Like,
It
it's-
translates in English to legit trash.
Yep.
Yes, because you're not
There you
wrong.
go.
I'm trying to look up how to pronounce it.
Fun fact: if you want to make the main characters or any of the characters in Gachikata or whatever the hell you say it, you'd make them a
Honest-
wanderer.
Yeah.
嗯
'Cause, like,
Gachi Akuta.
Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, Hex is kind of that. Like, he is a that is kind of like his thing. He's a gift.
he's a giver.
He's a giver because all he has is the coffee.
Mm-hmm. It's his.
What are you watching that on?
what are they called?
Crunchyroll?
Vital Items?
Yes, you can watch it on Crunchyroll and other streaming platforms.
I'll
that,
check it
you
out.
know, yeah,
And other
definitely,
streaming
it's so fucking good. I think it's 8 episodes in now.
Mhm.
7 right now. But yeah, I read like the first part, like the first couple chapters of the manga, and I was so excited to see the anime and shit. But like, I'm really bad
Yeah.
about sitting down and reading.
Yeah.
I get the chance, but like, even the manga is fucking phenomenal in the art form and everything in the story.
Mhm.
Dippy, what movie you been watching?
So I recently watched a movie that I've watched before, but upon watching it again, I decided that it was perfect. It really is just one of those movies that I think everyone needs to see because it dives into a part of the world that that a lot of people take for granted because they rather would take it for granted instead of thinking about it all the time. And that movie is Eye in the Sky, with Aaron Paul and Helen Mirren and Alan Rickman in his last theatrical role. You are taken through a drone strike operation from beginning to end on all facets of that drone strike operation. Political, militaristic, and like you follow the story of the person who put the mission together, the person overseeing it, and you even step into the shoes of the guy who is controlling the drone. And it is a phenomenal movie that ends with Alan Rickman's best line of dialogue ever well, not ever, like, but his final line of theatrical dialogue is never tell a soldier that he doesn't know the price of war. And if you watch Eye in the Sky, it will be fucking like an emotional thing on that front. I recommend it because holy shit, what an incredible movie that is. And Mal, if you have a recommendation for the audience.
Damn, I can't follow that one up that much. I was just going to recommend Alien Earth because that also had a falling ship in it, but
No,
Alien
but
Earth,
still
yeah.
good. Still good.
it
Yeah.
actually is really good. I was expecting it to not be, but it feels like a good psychological horror and a good
Yes.
And there you have it.
like evolution of the Alien franchise. Honestly,
Absolutely. No, it's much better than I was expecting it to be.
yeah.
And
And the
then
premise is weird.
life advice, serious or jokey, just any advice that you would have for the viewers at home.
It's okay to
Um,
change. You don't always have to be the same person. Sometimes you're a scarecrow and you end up a bisexual.
Always, I heard that Pokemon noise again.
Yeah, it's fucking Pokemon Go.
Sorry, my
Dono.
wife is currently trying to battle me on Pokemon Go.
I heard from a good friend of mine that it is okay to change, and I want to re-emphasize that by saying sometimes you start with a goal of everything is going to be okay, and if that changes into I'm going to be okay today and figure out the rest of it later, that is also perfectly okay.
Those are really good. Can I give a joke one and
Yes.
a real one?
Absolutely.
If
Do whatever
if
you want.
have both, yeah, whatever you want, yeah.
Both are useful.
Okay.
The first one is, in the case of an explosion, do not try to jump in the water because the hydro shock is more likely to kill you than being low on the ground.
Facts.
The other one is the brave are born of fed up cowards. No one who is brave is not actually afraid. You cannot be brave without fear.
Fucking
Beautiful.
poetic. I love that.
And Dono.
If you're ever feeling really tired in the morning, instead of drinking a cup of coffee, take an ice cold shower. You will wake up quicker.
There you
And
go.
try some W.GG.
And try some GG. Upcoming schedule tomorrow. We should be doing another session of Strahd and Coffee Chapter 2.
Coffee.
I should be able to do that. My only concern is that I do have a job tomorrow and I need to double check when the out time is. Which I will
Stay
double check
tuned for
right
that. Do we have Moonlit Mist on Thursday?
We should. I believe we should.
So come back on Thursday for Moonlit Mist, show ran by Brett with Dippy as a player.
Yeah, the out time for that job tomorrow is 11 o'clock. Yeah, I'll be good for tomorrow.
And then tune in back again on Monday for Enclave, where we play Uno in character.
Yeah.
Yes.
So next week for Enclave Month, we will have Lee, who is a personal liaison to Robby and a longtime player of the game, and
just a great dude. Just
yeah,
a really
he's
cool guy.
Really cool
he's a
guy,
great
really fun
person.
dude.
He's great.
I personally
Awesome guy.
love his style of play and conduiting, so we're gonna see both because Lee is also going to be a player for Dadley's game.
I forgot about that.
He has said as much.
Yeah.
But next week you will see Lee conduiting a game for myself and Dadley to be sure, but we may or may not have another player in mind for next week if to give Dono a little bit of a break from Enclave if he wants. So that's still under discussion. You'll see for sure next week. But after that, the next Inquisition will also not be this coming Friday, but it will be next Friday the 19th. So be around for that when they finally chase after this abandoned factory that they have been traveling for a couple of episodes for. And on that note, I don't believe I have anything else. Oh God, no, excuse me. So thank you so much for watching. Mal, thank you for joining us and playing.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me. It was very nice. Thank you. I loved playing with you guys.
In the description of the VOD that you are watching later, we will have a link to the Enclave Kickstarter and the Enclave Discord server, where you can go to the Enclave. You can also check out the Enclave Discord server to play Enclave for yourself. And get in touch with the community, see what's on the up and up, and just meet other people playing the game.
We would love to have you.
Yeah.
So on that note, we will end it there. Tune in next week for Lee running, and check out the rest of our shows. But until then, I've been Dippy.
I've been Dadley.
Always Dono.
Our
that's Mal.
disappointment.
Jesus.
And until next time, your adventure matters.
Stay
Well, my mom
disappointing.
says it all the time.
Stay what?
Stay disappointing.
Oh my God.
And
Stay
roll some
dapper.
initiative. Bye-bye.
Bye.